Hello, legends. So, if you're like me, you go to YouTube for all of your AI automation news, to see what the latest tools are, to see what the AI agencies are up to get you to watch all the tutorials if you have any problems on your current builds. You're going to YouTube to get pretty much all of your educational information and resources for AI automation, right? And if you're also like me, even though you're putting in all this time and watching all these videos and getting these resources, you feel like you're stuck. You kind of feel overwhelmed because there's so many things that you have to watch. Like, how do you filter? How do you know what's worth your time? And like, how do you even know what's going to be useful for you? Right? It's not easy. And even though you're putting in all this time, there's nothing for you to show for it on the other end. And this narrative is so common. It happened to me. It happens to so many people that I speak with in my YouTube comments, people that are emailing me. Heaps of people are saying, man, I'm watching all these videos on loop, just tutorial after tutorial after tutorial. And you feel like you're moving, but you're not actually moving anywhere. So I've been fortunate enough to have my YouTube channel recently start getting some more traction. And I'm on the other side of the fence now because I'm actually an AI YouTube creator, right? So I'm starting to think from this side about what kind of content I can put out to help grow my channel. So I have different motivations as a creator than I do as a viewer. And thankfully, like, I'm very fortunate to have now a bit more context about both sides of the picture, as a viewer and as a creator. So in this video, I want to share with you my learnings, my experiences, and basically, explain this dichotomy of the two sides. And as a viewer, how you can leverage these insights to overcome FOMO, so you're not worried about missing out on all the content that you couldn't possibly watch, and so that you have a process, an understanding of like why there's certain videos coming out and that you don't need to watch them all, and how to pick which ones you should watch. And at the end of this video, I give you a process, a couple of really simple actionables that you can start implementing immediately after this video. Very lightweight stuff, right? That is going to help you get back on track and find the maximum leverage for your time. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, like it, subscribe, share it, do all that kind of stuff. Help me reach more people. Otherwise, let's get into this. Okay, so let's speak about why you should not be watching every single YouTube video. So at a high level, this is all about like how to use your time most effectively. And it took me a while to figure this out, that actually the way that I use the YouTube system as a viewer, like how I interact with videos, which ones I watch, how I prioritize, like all that kind of stuff. I've taken it for granted for such a long time, where I'll just watch whatever video is next. And I'll just think that okay, the more I watch, the better I get. That's not how it works. It's not true. So really the ultimate goal is how to use your time more effectively. And this is one of the ways that you can use your time more effectively. So yeah, it's all about not watching all the videos on YouTube. And this is a guide for AI developers. Really, I'm making it for myself. Like, all my videos that I'm making here are, like, most of them are to try and teach me from 1.5 years ago. So I could just do that, like, what is it, Sonic the Hedgehog, when he just spools up and he can just start launching fast. These are like my cheat codes that I'm giving to myself, right? So if you're not an AI dev, not an AI entrepreneur, if you're not running an AI agency, this video is it'll still be good for you, because it's going to be speaking about the concepts of like how to interact with YouTube, how to use it effectively. And the theme is going to be looking at it from the lens of AI. So if you're not in the AI space, it could still be useful, but really I'm making this for AI dev, AI entrepreneur, and AI agency. Anyway, so let's keep going. So what is this video aiming to achieve? Okay, so like I said before, I'm creating it for myself, the me 1.5 years ago, which most likely will be resonating with a lot of people that are on a similar journey. Like, I'm a couple of steps ahead of you, right? And maybe you're a couple of steps behind me. So I'm just trying to share my knowledge at this checkpoint, so you can move faster towards this checkpoint as well. Because I used to watch a lot of YouTube content, and I was constantly feeling like I wasn't making progress. And because I've heard so many people say these exact same things to me, I thought, okay, well, it's not just a problem that I have, it's a problem that a lot of people have. And it just takes a little bit of awareness to overcome it. And hopefully in these slides, I can share that, awareness, and, hopefully you can overcome it as well. So what can you get from this video? So you're going to get my point of view as a viewer, which is someone that's been where you are, right? I'm not perfect, but I have been where you are, and maybe I'm a couple of steps ahead, so maybe you'll learn something. You get the point of view from someone who's on the other side, an actual YouTube creator, and understand the motivations and motivators of a person in this stage compared to the motivators at this stage, and just see where these marry up, right? And that balance, that little like gap, that space that hangs in between, that's where you have the maximum leverage. And then finally, at the end of this video, one of the final slides, like slide 10, we've got a couple of really simple action items that you can take immediately after watching this video to start leveraging your time better. So at a high level, what I'm speaking about is that there are two sides to this picture of watching YouTube videos and all this stuff. On the left-hand side, you've got the viewer's perspective. So this is the person that's watching this video now, the person that I'm making this video for, the AI developer, the AI entrepreneur. You're either running this business full-time, or most likely you're trying to kickstart a side hustle. So you have limited resources. You've got a family. You have to balance seeing your family, your immediate wife and kids, right? You also have to go to the gym, do some other training, all this stuff. So you already have limited resources, especially your actual day job. So you need to be focused on primarily making money. That at the end of the day, that's what you're doing here. If you got a side hustle, maybe you're doing this for fun. Like you got so much cash, you got so much time, it doesn't even matter. You're not the target audience, right? Still watch this, it's cool. But you really want to be making money. That's what everyone's chasing. Freedom, more time with the family, more time to do the things that you love. So your ultimate goal is to be making money. So you're going to be watching content that'll help you make this money. On the other side, right? Because there is a world on the other side of the screen. You have the creator's perspective. And their motivators are like, how do I monetize my content? Can I monetize my community? Will people that like other SaaS businesses, like different tools, will they sponsor my content? That's why you see sponsored content. That's why you see people saying, hey, use my affiliate link. They would also use the YouTube channel. Like this is what I'm using. This is all the reasons that I'm using YouTube for, right? It just so happened at the start I was making YouTube videos for people like for myself. And then as you grow subscribers, you get to unlock all these things. It's like a game. So it's also for generating leads. And sometimes I put out videos that'll hopefully get more views than my regular videos as a way to, meet some of these monetization goals. Get a certain number of subscribers, get a certain number of watch hours. I'll explain that later on. But these are the two different motivators. Here is to make money, to watch YouTube videos that will help you make money. And here is also to make money, but it's to make money based on these people. Kind of like that. We'll explore it more. So as an AI dev, AI entrepreneur, your focus should be balls to the wall, focused on building your business, making money, right? Completing projects, pitching to clients, going to Upwork, trying to put more proposals, more submissions, all this stuff. So you want to be making money from AI solutions. So really the content that you should be watching at a very high level, right? Which is, it's pretty much, you're focusing on immediate value, but you should be watching content that's either going to help you with your current project or a future project, or to grow your business. So current project, you go to Upwork, you land a client to do some automation using make.com. You don't know how to do it. So you go to YouTube to try and find tutorials of people that have done it to get your make.com blueprint, and then try and build it out and deliver the project and make that money. Future projects, maybe you want to see what other AI agencies are doing, what's trending, like when AI callers were first coming in. Maybe you want to watch tutorials on exactly what people are offering and how to build with AI callers to stay ahead of the curve and grow your business offering by having new products or services available for your existing clients, for new clients, to make more money. So that's what we're actually trying to do here. Make money from AI solutions by growing your business, your skills, like all these things. This is what you want to be, like your ultimate goal, and what content you want to watch, but you couldn't possibly watch everything. The amount of content that comes out per hour, you probably couldn't watch in a week. If you just spent every second watching that content, you wouldn't even catch up after 7 days of full-time watching of 1 hour of released content from all the AI content available on YouTube. So you need some kind of strategic approach. You need some like high-level North Star of what you can work towards, and that's immediate value. That is making money on current projects. This is the ultimate North Star. This is actually my approach. I don't know if it's one size fits all. I think it's like one size fits 80%. And this is what I do, current projects. And then yes, I'll also do for future projects or business growth. So there'll be people that I watch content for, like how to upsell, how to cross sell, like how to improve my sales skills, for example. So that's kind of getting out of the AI space necessarily and going more into like the business, the sales stuff, the marketing stuff. But yes, priority is current project. So there's also this thing about FOMO, and I had this a lot. When I was watching YouTube videos, I thought that I have to watch everything so I don't miss out. So I actually am ahead of the curve and I'm like leading and I'm like, I know everything. So I thought the client wants to know everything, I better know everything. And it's not true. So how to deal with FOMO. So there's a lot of different FOMOs out there that you're going to like, you want to watch the content for like many different types of content. But one of them is new tools. And this is one thing that I'm noticing is coming out recently across YouTube. So, and I've been caught in this trap before as well. Even like now, I'm not perfect. And so let's say this, like the new agent swarms, the new Replit agent, the Bolt.new, which I've used none of. I've only used Replit agent for 5 minutes to just try it out once when it first came out. Never used it again. And I don't have a problem. I'm still closing clients, still making money. And actually, I've never come across a use case where I needed to use it in general. So why you shouldn't chase every new tool? Well, these tools are coming out to start automating tasks. And I'm going to use a comparison of like cars. So Tesla's got a self-driving car or whatever, however much it can drive. It's autonomous. So really, if you just, it's like a car is a tool. So every time a new tool comes out, it's a new car coming out. And what's happening with these tools is they're becoming autonomous. They're able to complete like projects from basic, like plain English prompting. So really, it's like a Tesla that can drive. And what you're doing here, right, at a high level, is learning how to be a chauffeur, the middleman between the business that wants the project done, and then you can use this tool. But eventually, there's going to become a time where the end business, who doesn't have to be super technical, can use this tool. That's what the trend is. That's where these tools are going. When in fact, most clients just want simple automation scripts, simple make.com scenario builds. They don't want this massively, like people, like they're interested in what's the next shiny object for sure, but they really just want simple things. And we're going to go into Upwork in a second, and I'm going to show you like my main page, which is me being delivered by the Upwork algorithm, like projects that I would complete. And you'll just see project by project by project by project, all simple automation scripts, all using make.com, voice flow. Like you could just use those basic tools and make cash straight away. So what you should be doing instead is focus on being technically competent. Because when these new cars, aka new tools, come out and they're more autonomous and self-driving, and I'm using the reference of like agent swarms and everything being, they can do the things themselves. The person, like the chauffeur, is going to get out of business, but the mechanic is going to get more business because the mechanic can work on the car. They can fix the car. If the car gets into a crash, they can repair the car. So this technically competent person is aka the mechanic. And what you want to be doing is you want to be becoming the mechanic and not the chauffeur. So for that, you need to be building the foundational skills first by doing like basic automation scripts, by learning how to code with AI, basic JavaScript and Python, knowing how to debug, knowing how to use make.com, how to plug in different tools together. Really, that's what you want to be doing here. Knowing how to, because again, if you have this baseline technical competence, if these tools that are coming out, which are made more and more for non-technical people, you don't have to watch the video because you can learn to use it in half an hour. Like that's exactly what, like, because your skill set will be 10 times more than the general population in AI automation. And these tools are made for people like you to be able to pick them up super quickly. So yes, you want to be the mechanic, right? Not the chauffeur, because the chauffeur is going to go out of business. And a question to yourself. And again, I'm just focusing on this new tool thing as a vehicle for speaking about FOMO, right? And vehicle and a car. I'm obsessed with cars apparently in all of my tutorials. But out of the last 10 new tools that you learned, which have made you money? Which ones have you actually used to make you money? Now, of course, you do want to stay ahead of the pack. Like you want to be at the forefront of AI, but you don't need to be at the forefront of absolutely everything. But some examples that are contrary to this are when Cursor came out. Cursor's been out for a while, but there was a period of time where Cursor was like buzzing all around YouTube. And that Cursor is an example of a fantastic tool, that I'm now using a lot, and I think a lot of people are using. So yes, you have to kind of, it's not a one size fits all. It's not a blanket solution that just says don't watch any new tool. At a high level, you kind of have to know what's your weakness, what's your priority. And when I saw Cursor and it was explained like the Visual Studio Code with AI, and I used VS Code, I used to use VS Code, and I used to have to use ChatGPT. So when I saw this came out and they're like, yeah, it's like VS Code with AI built in, immediately I thought I better watch this because it's directly related to current projects that I work on, future projects that I'm be working on as well. And it was a fantastic tool from this framework, current project, future project. But nothing that I'm working on needs an agent swarm. Nothing needs bolt.new. So we spoke about this slide. Now the FOMO slide 2. So real world perspective. I'm currently landing clients without chasing every new tool. And I think you can too. Now, what a lot of clients that I see on Upwork, we'll just go across there now. Let's just have a look through. Automation expert needed from Make.com and AI dialers. ChatGPT expert consultant, ChatGPT prompt engineer, Alexa skills development for an AI chatbot integration, AI-based calling agent, Fireflies consulting project, again, probably Make.com you can automate it with, lead gen using Make.com, chatbot developer for shopping. You could just see, like, boom, like literally project after project, it's all about the basics. No one's asking here, agent swarm. They're literally just asking for basic automation. So this is still like, really, this is super true. So this will help you also overcome the FOMO, because what you really want is to make money, and the FOMO is like a distraction. So anyway, I hope that it makes sense. I'm kind of pushing the point a lot there, but basically technical competence is better than tool knowledge, just general tool knowledge. And if you have technical competence, you can basically use any tool that comes out really quickly as well. When I used Replit Agent for the first time, it was super easy because I already used tools like that, and I could understand the concepts behind it, of how it works, how to prompt it. I already know how to prompt manually when I'm actually creating an app from scratch, or you know how to prompt there. So if anything, I was better at using the tool than the average Joe because I've done the manual labor, the manual way instead of the automated way. And yes, there'll be time for you to be a leader in a space, right? If you want to be ahead of the curve, really, you're not going to get that from watching all because when a new tool comes out, all the YouTube creators are echoing the exact same content, which is new tool, using this way, using that way. Look at this new tool, new version, open source version. It is really interesting stuff and it's really, really cool. But if you have limited time, you're not going to, like, all the people that are echoing it, it's not going to set you apart if you know it, because everyone's going to know it. You need an edge, a competitive edge. So really that edge is going to come from, instead of chasing tools, you're chasing systems. So, and a system for this example is, can you integrate with those new tools? Can you do debugging? Because these tools are not, like, they're good at debugging sometimes, but not all the time. So if you're just better at debugging, you can use these tools to help clients. Like, I've actually had projects where people have built out an app using one of these tools, and they run into an issue. They don't know how to debug it. They're just like regular Joe. They're not AI developers. They don't know how to debug it. And so they get stuck. They're like 10% from the end, but they're 100% away from the value because they can't debug that 10%. But I can debug that 10%, and I can bring them the value. And I don't even know how to use the tool. Can you develop with it? Can you take what's been built and then add on to it? Do you understand the basic concepts of how to code? Can you take the client's project, the client's like problem, that the way that they think the problem is and what the solution is? Can you take that, dilute it, and then put it into a series of tasks? Can you pitch that? Can you make the wireframe? Can you actually build out the plan for the automation? Can you deliver the automation? So think about systems, don't think about tools. I'm gonna take a pause, I'm gonna get some water. All right, and we're back. So now we're gonna be speaking about the side of the YouTube creator. So over here, we're speaking at the viewer's perspective. Your motivation is to make money. You wanna be watching content that helps you with your current projects or future projects. And now we're gonna be speaking about the creator's perspective and how you can, as a viewer, in understanding the creator's perspective, basically help sort even more through the videos, how to cut the noise down even more. So over here, and this is from my own experience. So as a YouTube creator, there's actually 4 main motivators for me in building my channel and growing it. The first is YouTube ads. I can monetize my channel once I reach a certain subscriber count, which is 1,000 subs and 4,000 public watch hours. across my entire channel, then I can monetize my YouTube and I can run ads on it and I can make money from it. From that same light, when I do this, because the amount of money you make from video views is very low, I have actually not much idea, but I've seen some people that have just monetized their channels and they're making like cents or dollars across their entire channel in a day, which is, it's not that much, right? But the way to game this system is now to do trending topics. So I'm going to go from number 1 to number 4. But for example, when all these new, like my example is when OpenAI released the real-time API, I created a video and that was my breakthrough content. I had like, I don't know, 10K views within the first 7 days, which for my channel is a lot. And I grew my subscriber count by heaps. I got lots of watch hours as well. So trending topic for me, in this case, real-time API was super useful because it's an AI agent from OpenAI. So it just so happened to be very useful, but the trending topic helped me reach this goal a little bit faster. I'm still not monetized yet, but it helped me basically approach this goal faster. But if I was monetized, one of my motivators as a YouTube channel, if I've got 100K, 200K subs, is to create content that's trending and to really just skyrocket and take advantage of the algorithm and basically get loads of views, loads of watch hours, and make loads of money from trending topics. So if we look at the viewer's perspective now, and we go to current project, if you're watching some of these trending topic stuff, it's not going to be necessarily useful for you as a tutorial on how to complete your current build. I mean, unless there's like a crossover for sure, but really the motivator here for these guys is to capitalize and make a bunch of videos in quick succession of new trending topics. So some of these were when Claude computer use came out. There's an AI guy that I follow that he released like an initial tutorial on how to use the computer use or his like version of using it. And then he had like 3 or 4 more videos where he released right afterwards on just like playing around, having fun with it. I didn't watch any of those remaining videos, even though I reckon it would have been amazing, but I didn't watch any of those videos because I realized after his first video had a lot of views and his quick succession next video had like 170,000 views in like 5 days. So I know that that was made for a bit of like entertainment value for the trending topics. This is my assumption. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I believe. That's why I didn't watch the other videos. So now we have, you want to monetize and you want to be putting out trending topics. Next is sponsored videos. So even companies now, my level, I have just under 2,500 subs, are approaching me and saying, here's an affiliate link, put it onto your YouTube, or can I pay you to make a video about my tool? And I've got 2,000 subs, only 2,000 subs. So you can imagine these bigger channels that have even more subs and so much more following and clout and whatever else. They're going to be approached by a lot of companies to create paid sponsorships so they can demonstrate their tool and get more commission. And again, as a creator, I like that. I'm like, cool, this is interesting. I can, start making some money off this stuff. And I think a lot of people, when they have a big channel, they'll probably be a bit more respectful of the viewers' times for sure. But this is something as well. So anyway, sponsored videos. And then you'll be thinking, okay, well, does a sponsored video, like, how does it relate to this? Or does it not relate to this? And I think for a small group of people, the sponsored video will make sense. But overall, again, you have to have the approach of what am I currently working on? Or what's like the next 3 months of my business look like? And will this video help me with that? But now that you know that sometimes there's a sponsored video, there's another kind of motivator behind your favorite AI creator creating a certain video. Not that you don't want to watch it. Of course, you probably want to watch it and support them, but like just understanding the motivation for them putting out that content is, I think it's insightful. It's useful. It's insightful for sure. And for lead gen as well. So some of my own content that I put out, it's a mix. Some content I put out is for like basically tutorials to help other people in my position to get make.com blueprints. When I did the real-time API, is to basically democratize the complexity of like how to actually use it for a beginner. Because it took me like 10 hours for that first video to break it down to use it. And I thought, I'll save people 10 hours and give them a half an hour walkthrough video. So that is to build a following, that is to build authority for myself as well. But from that, I actually also had heaps of people come to me wanting for me to build them out AI callers or have a chat and all these things. And I didn't realize that would happen until I made this video, had heaps of views, and I had heaps of people coming back to me. So some of these things I've just been realizing as well. And this list might change. It might change, it might grow But the important thing is to know that these guys have different motivators. They do want to like create content for these guys for sure. And I know I do, because I wish like I am this person creating content for me when I was this person 1.5 years ago. But if you think about this tutorial, right? This thing is also me trying to like share some of my experiences with different people that are in my position. And if I'm making this video for the me of 1.5 years ago, maybe in the next 3 months, 6 months, I might want to start a paid community where people that are watching my videos, my subscribers, they might join my community. And that's why I'm putting out this kind of Alex Hormozi style content, which is not really how to build, how to do tutorials, but it's more like some higher level concepts about how to be more effective and be more successful in your AI agency. So this for me is, yes, it's for me, but it also has a double use case where maybe you join my community when I launch it in 3 months. I don't know if I'm going to launch one or not, but that's the type of thinking that like I have here, right? Again, all these slides are all my experience. So I can't speak for everyone, but anyway, yeah. So how do you cut through the noise? So you have to understand, not every video is made for you. There's different motivators for different videos, and not every video is made for you, right? Some content is made for businesses to be lead gen. Some are recommendations from sponsorships. So there's, again, different reasons people put out different content. But your filter should be current projects, current needs, and future projects, how to build your business in the future, and course skill development. These are the 3 things. You can go onto YouTube, you can just click that AI button, you can get filtered down by AI content. And when you're scrolling and swiping, what's your current project? When you're on Upwork and you're scrolling through and you're kind of looking through at all these projects and you start seeing, okay, Chatbot came up twice, Make.com came up 3 or 4 times. Okay, well, at a high level, Chatbot and Make.com. My current and future projects will probably revolve around these. And really what you want to be doing is going to Upwork, pitching it, even if you don't know it, landing the project, and now you're going to be getting paid to learn. And I know people are going to say, oh, but that's like a little bit shit, but that's what everyone does. Even going to university, there you're actually paying to learn for sure. But so many people that I speak to as well, they go to university to be an engineer, to be whatever. Then when they leave university, they go to their full-time job. They are like only 10% of what they learn at uni is applicable in their job. And then you learn that you don't have to retain 6 months of a semester's of work and notes for a 1-hour exam. Actually, you can just use Google and you can pull out your phone when you're on a job site. So it's like everywhere. This is everywhere. So yes, you can filter on these 3 criteria: current projects, future projects growing your business, and then core skill development. And we spoke about core skill development for FOMO 1. And then, for the new tool idea that we had here when we're doing the analogy of cars, your core skill, becoming technically competent, will actually be better for you because you'll be the mechanic, not the chauffeur. Now, to speak a bit more about, my experience here. So I had the washing machine experience. I felt that I was basically watching so many videos and I was just stuck tumbling, turning and turning and turning. Since I was moving, it gave me the impression of progress for periods of time. But then when the machine was finished and I stopped moving, I actually didn't move along this axis at all. I just was turning in one space. So that is the best sign for that is that you're constantly watching tutorial videos without making any progress. And specifically, you're going to watch tutorial videos, but then you're not actually progressing on your project. Like, put a counter on. You have a project, you have a problem, right? Let's say you're making this, let's say you're on this Upwork and you're making this, where is it? Lead generation using Make.com. You get this, you start building it out, you run into a problem, you go to YouTube, put a counter on for how many videos you watch before you actually solve that problem. And having that counter, just being aware, damn, this is my 5th video and I still haven't really found what I'm doing here. Okay, well, do I still watch YouTube videos? Or was I not paying enough attention in the first ones? Or am I searching for the wrong thing? Do I not understand the problem correctly enough? Should I refine my search? Can I watch double speed? Can I flick through? Should I read the comments first to see if it was solved? Can I go to ChatGPT first to recommend me the video now because it's got the ChatGPT search? So just being aware of this could be very helpful. And like I mentioned before, land your client first, then learn. So we already spoke about this. And focus, again, on immediate value creation. Going back to here, focus on immediate value, current project, current project, current project. If you don't have a current project, go to Upwork, land a current project, then watch the videos to help you with that current project and then your future projects. So that's what we have here, the washing machine experience, how it feels, how to spot it, and then how to overcome it, right? Get the client, get the project, watch the videos that are relevant to that, and keep moving forward. Keep finding, the most leverage for your time. Now, what you can do starting today, immediately, right? Instead of just kind of doing it reactively where you're watching videos and now you're starting to count, go to your watch history and based on your current projects or your future projects, right? Rate the usefulness of each video. This could be a very simple criteria, like a 1 criteria. Was the video that I watched relevant to the current project that I'm working on, or relevant to a proposed future project that I want to land, or something like that? And you rate it. Rate the last 10, 20, 30 videos, whatever you watched, and just see what the ratio is. If it's like 10% that it was useful and 90% not useful, now just that understanding of that will make you more aware when you're choosing your next video. Just that alone will make you more aware. And identify what actually helped. So in these videos, figure out exactly what it was that you're looking for. Was it the entire video? Was it a section of the video? And how do you can you replicate that in the future? So this is it might be a little bit hard to do this immediately, but just go through your video, spend 5 minutes and just see exactly, just rate them. Out of all the AI stuff that you watched, what was actually helpful? What was not helpful? Put a little score it down, see what the percentage is, and just get a gauge for where your current standing is. Next is this. So we had this FOMO stuff here, right? And this FOMO is not just going to be about every new tool. In general, I think for AI, it is about tools at this stage, but there might be different things that come up that are very buzzy content that people are creating to do training topics, to get lots of views, try and make some cash, or to sponsor, all this stuff, right? All this stuff. So what you can do is, for the content that you have for current projects and future projects, that can be your Monday to Saturday. That's what you allow yourself to watch. When you come across any of these other videos, sponsored, trending, whatever the other topics are, right? These FOMO videos, when you come across those, why don't you just put them into a separate playlist where you watch them later on, where on a Sunday at 5 p.m., after you've done all the work for your week, you have a 2-hour window, 5 to 7 p.m., where you just explore, your exploration window. Now you can make this even more efficient, right? Because, just basically, this is going to be your non-essential content for Sunday session. This is where you get that fix, where you have the FOMO, but at least now you allow yourself 2 hours per week to catch up on the FOMO and to stay ahead of the game. So now your FOMO, you're not fully denying it. You're just slotting it in a bit more efficiently, a bit more effectively somewhere else. Now, what you could also do here is, for fun, you can make an automation in make.com where you send all these videos to, and this automation basically takes all the videos, gets a transcription, summarizes the video in 3 sentences, and you can even make the GPT that summarizes the videos. You can tell it your high-level goals or projects you're working on, or whatever. You could just prompt it, however, but you can get the summary of all these videos. And let's say you plunked in 10, 20, 30 videos during a week, and you've only got 2 hours to watch them. Well, if you don't have enough time to watch all of them, summarize all the videos, read the summaries on that Saturday in the first 5-10 minutes, and just watch the ones which summaries you resonate the most with. You know what I mean? Because even this is possible to do. Even 2-hour window, you can watch 3 or 4 solid videos with pausing, taking notes, all this stuff. So that automation should even help you here. But yes, push all non-essential content to Sunday session. And then on weekdays, you focus on your project-specific learning, which is this stuff here. Anyway, guys, this is the action plan that you could take, that you could basically start doing straight away. This is probably going to have a lot of resistance, this as well, but this will be super easy just to get a gauge. So spend 5 minutes after this video, go to your history tab, just look at it, and just see where do you sit. Are you below 50% useful, above 50% useful? And just spend, I don't even do that for 5 minutes, get the analytics, and spend 15 minutes just thinking about it. Because what we're trying to do here is get our time back. Just basically make more money to get our time back. And this is how you can do this from the YouTube side of things, because YouTube will definitely consume tens of hours per week if you let it. So your mission is to, yes, be as effective as possible. And finally, thank you guys very much for watching. Once again, like, comment, share, all this stuff. Please subscribe. Help me grow this channel, get this content out to more people. If you want to see more of this kind of content, comment below. Even if you don't, just engage with this video. It's actually good for my algorithm. All right, guys, thank you very much. And good luck. See you later.